Hey guys, Andrew back here with another point, and this video is going to be the first video in a series. I'm going to be talking about meditation techniques, and I'm probably a little skeptical to click on this if you're the audience I'm trying to reach, because meditation is something that most people think of as like, it's hard to do. It's not necessarily beneficial to everybody, and those people who do it, the benefits are almost like not even real. It's like they talk about how it's so wonderful and how it helps them all the time, but when you actually like meet the dude, they're just some normal dude who lets all the worldly problems still affect him. So it's like, yeah, why would I go sit and meditate for 4 hours and not have anything to show for it? And so this is to this video is just to kind of show you my point of view on why it is a useful thing. And if you have already tried meditating before and haven't had much luck, this will definitely give you some advice onto why it didn't work and how you can improve your technique and stuff like that. So let's get into it. Basically, the most important part about meditation is that it's imaginary. It's not real. That's why people have different amounts of worth that they get out of it. It's something completely made up. It's like the same idea as a chakra or a soul. It's like, I mean, yeah, we all know we have souls, but tell me what your soul is. It was made by God. All right, well, tell me what God used to make your soul. Yeah, you have to use your imagination. What did God, use to create my soul? Is it energy? That's a good place to start. Energy. All right. Well, if you're made of energy, then meditating is more or less a way to tap into that energy, to kind of like more or less return to that state of just pure energy. Rather than being your body, what you're going to be is your energetic body, your soul. And so that's kind of the idea of meditation, is to let your mind cool down and forget about all these phalanges and all these body parts we have and all these relationships we're constantly in, and just remember that in the deepest part of what our imagination can say about what we are, we're just energy, and everything in the whole world is energy, including the desktop you're looking at or the laptop you're looking at. That's energy. And the fact that you're watching this video is energy. It was gonna happen. There was no way that you were not gonna click on this video because something about it pulled you in, and so you wanted to check it out, see what it was like. Whether it's the fact that you want to learn how to meditate better, whether it's the fact that you thought I looked funny, no matter what it is, the energy was already on its way to you. And so with that in mind, you have to think like everything is kind of varying between two different positions. There's the equilibrium, the total level of absolute peace, just nothing but energy in its pure state, and then there is, the whole world of being, in which you've probably lived in your whole life, so I don't need to tell you anything about that world. But in order to get from that world to the world of just energy in its pure state, meditation is probably the best technique to do that. So that's the reason that people meditate, is to kind of forget about all of the external worldly things and just focus much more on the internal energy that is actually who they are, that is what they are. That it's not even something that belongs to you, it's just simply you. And so because it's simply you, it flows in whichever direction you want it to flow in. And so I'm gonna go a lot deeper into that into the transmutation video, but yeah. So as far as meditation, the most important part is that it's imaginary. All right. So you're gonna get out of it as much as you can possibly imagine. If you're just sitting there, just like, I don't feel much different. In fact, I'm getting kind of tired. Then you're going to fall asleep and you're not going to get anything out of it. But if instead you're like, all right, how do I reach this pure state of energy? Then you're going to start noticing your body to relax a little. You're going to be like, all right, I'm going to start being a little less connected to my body and a little more being in my body. And so a couple techniques that I've found really useful is to just first become aware of your body. So it's weird to say because you don't usually think of it like this, but you kind of float out of your body and blend into your surroundings. So just imagine wherever you're sitting right now, your legs are connected to the floor and your whole body is connected to the room you're inside of, and your mind's a little bit attached to the relationships that you're in, and these are all things that you've grown attachments to. And it's not bad to have attachments, but it's like important to realize that you can have attachments without letting it affect you. You can just be that natural dude walking around, or that natural girl walking around, and still fulfill all your duties. You don't need to be constantly thinking it. You don't need to be absorbed into your floor to stand on it. It's there. You can't actually stop standing on it. So why are you worried about where you're stepping, and all those things? So the first idea is to become aware of your body and aware of your mind. And the tips to do that would just be to start at your feet, and then your fingertips are a really good place to start, also in the top of your head. So just work from your fingertips, all the way up to your shoulders, and then from your feet all the way up to wherever you feel comfortable, like your waist or something, and then from your head down to your neck, and from your neck down to your torso, and your torso down to your waist. And then you'll be aware of your whole body. And then once you're aware of your whole body, again, it's going to be there. You don't need to be aware of it. So just let it go. Just forget about it. And, it's like, how? How do you just forget about it? Well, the same way you forget about your breathing. You don't constantly think about your breathing. It just happens. So while you're breathing, that's another really good technique, is breath training. So it's called, is to become aware of your breath or become aware of your body. And then once you are aware of it, just let it return back to its natural state. That's all I mean by letting it go, letting it be. And so once you do that, then you're going to feel a lot more comfortable inside of your skin. And once you're comfortable inside of your skin, then I would move into your mind and start thinking about, what attachments you have, what you're connected to, what relationships you're in, what points in time you feel obligated to be there for. For example, work. Are you attached to work? Well, you don't need to be. Granted, the first thing that's going to come to your mind is oh, but if I don't think about work, how am I going to make it? Bro, you've made it every single day for the past however long. All you got to do is, your mind goes in patterns. So if you've done something every day for 6 months, you're not going to let yourself forget about it. It's going to, each second it gets closer, there's going to be something inside of you that's like, all right, it's getting close to work. It's almost time for work. It's almost time for work. And so the idea of watching your mind, mental meditation would be to, I guess, just every time that reminder ticks, you're just like, I know, but I don't care. Just leave me be. I don't want to have to think about work for the whole entire 30 minutes leading up to it. Just, I'm going to be there. And so make sure you get to work without thinking about it. That way you're not attached to it, but you're still fulfilling your duties in life. So that's how you begin making significant progress with meditation. And the thing about meditation is that it's going to wear off. Spending that time by yourself just to sit back, relax, and come to that perfect state of being. Once you open your eyes, you automatically lose 10% of what you did. And when you walk up the stairs, you're going to lose another 20% of what you did. So what you want to do is try to hold on to it as long as possible and integrate that level of peace into your everyday life everywhere you go. And so that's the difference between people who don't get anything out of meditation and people who do get things out of meditation. Now, I'll give you one quick technique on my favorite way to meditate, and that is just your chakras. Like I was saying, your chakras are something that's imaginary. It's something that science can't prove. It's something that every single person in the world you tell about a chakra is going to be like, ha, science can't prove that, you're crazy. There's no such thing as a chakra. But for some reason, if you spend your time focusing on your chakras and trying to expand them and allow energy to flow through them really well, then the energy starts flowing through them a little better. You feel less pressure in your stomach or in your heart or whichever chakra you're trying to open. So I'm not going to give you like a whole rundown of every single chakra in your whole body and what chakras are and everything, because there's a million videos out there you can go and watch to find out what a chakra is. But the technique is just to start from the bottom, the lowest chakra, and work your way up from the lowest chakra to the highest chakra. And there's 7 major chakras in your body, and then I like to include the 8th and 9th chakra, which is just I guess so your 7 major chakras are kind of like in your spine and like your intestines, your urinal area, and then it moves up to kind of your stomach, and then your 4th one is your heart, your 5th one is your throat, your 6th one is your pineal gland, and then your 7th one is your crown chakra. And so the 8th chakra is in the palm of your feet. So you could make that your first chakra that you start from is in just the palms of your feet. Try to find, that chakra. Imagine as if it is there and try to do everything you can to make it feel a little more comfortable, flow a little bit better. And the thing about it is it's actually located a little bit under your feet. So if you're trying to feel it in your feet don't have a lot of feeling. But if you start picturing a ball under your feet, you're going to start to feel like a little sensation under your feet. And so focus on that chakra first. Work your way up your spine, intestine, stomach, heart, throat, pineal gland, crown chakra, and then right above that is going to be just picture a ball like a foot above your head. All right, and I think that's a really good chakra to think of also, because it gives you kind of your direction, because even though on Earth we have gravity that gives us down and up, as far as space goes, there's no way to determine what down and up is. So to be aware of the 8th and 9th chakras, so I call them, your palm chakras and the chakras above your head, it gives you more of direction. It gives you more of a positioning of where you're actually at. And so, that's the first technique, and I'll get a lot deeper into those techniques and into that technique particularly, and how to make the most out of it, ways to expand each chakra and stuff. But this first video is just to kind of convince you that meditation can help you if you allow it to, and give you a little bit of a starting point if you want to try it right now. Alrighty, well, I hope to see you guys in the next video, and I'll see you later.